What's up guys, Readiness Rations here with you again, and this is a full banded case of U.S. Humanitarian Daily Rations, or HDRs for short. These are MREs produced by America for foreign aid when other countries are experiencing political turmoil or have refugees from war. America hands out these meals ready to eat in order to feed the hungry, needy people of those other nations. This case is extremely fresh, being produced in 2021, and it's been a while since I've done an HDR review, so I'm looking forward to seeing what's included in one of these 2021 cases. Before we get this over to the desk for a closer look, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like seeing these ration reviews here on YouTube. And to catch all my future content, be sure to subscribe to the channel. While you're down there, drop me a comment and let me know what ration you would like to see me review next. Now let's cut these bands and dive into this super fresh case of Humanitarian Daily Rations. So here's our case of Humanitarian Daily Rations from the United States of America. These were packaged on May 20th, 2021, and the inspection date is May 2024. I have personally consumed HDRs more than 10 years old and they were completely perfect, so I do expect these rations to maintain freshness for quite a while past that 2024 date. These cases of HDRs are extremely easy to obtain at the moment. There are several sources selling these at very reasonable price points. I've seen them for as little as $50 shipped, and for a case of 10 24-hour rations, that should be good for at least a decade. That's a very good value proposition in my opinion. This particular case was packaged by AmeriQual. AmeriQual, Sapaco, and Warnack all package HDRs, but the individual menus for each manufacturer do differ a bit. So let's cut into this and see what menus AmeriQual was putting out in 2021. We'll be cutting that open today with the venerable Spyderco Tenacious. These use the same kind of boxes in MRE, and they are very tightly glued shut. And there are our beautiful salmon colored packages. Unfortunately, I'm noticing right away an issue that I have heard reports of specifically with these AmeriQual rations, and that is an extremely cut down menu list. Every one of these 5 rations on the top row are all menu number 2. These are quite the beefy ration. HDRs are designed to provide subsistence to an individual for a full 24 hours, and they include about 2,200 calories, making them a good deal more substantial than your regular MRE. So these 5 on top are all menu number 2s. In the bottom here, it looks like we have all menu number 1s. So in this full case of 10 rations, there are only 2 menus. Traditionally, HDR cases come with 5 different menus, 2 of each menu. This selection of only 2 menus is a new development for 2021, and specifically AmeriQual packed rations. So if you are in the market for Humanitarian Daily Rations, I would definitely look into what manufacturer packaged those rations prior to making a purchase, because if they are AmeriQual rations, the menu list may be severely cut down. We are going to review one of these HDRs today, so I suppose we might as well start with menu number 1. Food gift from the people of the United States of America. This bag contains 1 day's complete food requirement for 1 person, and it reiterates that statement in several different languages. Humanitarian daily rations are designed to be consumed by hungry people all over the world, regardless of their individual dietary requirements. So each one of these rations should align with the requirements of halal, kosher, and they are vegetarian. Let's open up this menu number 1 and see what is included. We'll try our peelable seal for this one. That opened up very easily. That is double packed. The inside package is tightly vacuum sealed. First thing there is a little leaflet for our 2 main entrees. Entree number 1 is bean salad, and entree number 2 is beans with potatoes, coming in at 400 and 500 calories respectively. Each of those contain massive amounts of carbs, 84 and 85 grams. They do include an MRE spoon, 2 shiny 1-ounce packages of strawberry jam, coming in at 70 calories apiece, a very small accessory package including a wet wipe, a salt packet, and a pepper packet. Now this is a new item, banana apple smoothie, 370 calories, 73 grams of carbs, coming in at 6 ounces, a 170 calorie pack crackers. Another new item for 2021 HDRs, sunflower butter. That is a whopping 2-ounce package. This thing is packed full. An oatmeal cookie coming in at 240 calories. And lastly, our retort pouches for the main. An MRE retort pouch is typically 8 ounces. These HDR retort pouches are 8.5 ounces, so they do contain just a little bit more food than your standard MRE. And that should suffice in providing food to one person for one day. These rations are very specifically designed to feed people, and that's it. So they don't include many extras, and there's no drinks included. The full package is almost all food. So I'm gonna get these 2 retort pouches on to boil, and we'll get everything else out on the tray. In past iterations, HDRs sometimes included red pepper powder. Unfortunately, in this latest iteration, the only flavor enhancing items is 1 tiny pack of pepper and pack of salt. We'll open up these crackers first. I didn't hear any vacuum on that. They appear to be mostly in one piece. Pretty pale in complexion, with just the slightest bit of toasty around the corners, but those are essentially your basic modern day MRE crackers. Have a look at this oatmeal cookie. Just 1 large cookie, no desiccant pack. That appears to be super hard. The sunflower butter is one of the items I am most looking forward to trying out. It is a massive 2-ounce package. And I believe the switch over from peanut butter to sunflower butter was to avoid people running into issues with peanut allergies. This package is 370 calories. And there is our creamy, dark sunflower butter. Put some straight on the spoon there. That looks really nice, no separation. Looks super smooth. Let's see how it tastes. Yeah, man, that stuff is delicious. It is salty, it's not sweet. It is super nutty and toasty. Tastes absolutely amazing. Dang, that's good. It does dry your mouth out just a little bit, and I'm finding it to be slightly thirst-provoking as well. Taste-wise, though, this is really hard to beat. Superior to peanut butter in almost every way, I would say. Get a little piece of our cracker here and try it on the cracker. Laid down a pretty nice strip there. When mixed with the cracker, I find this to have a more delicate flavor than peanut butter does. Even though this is super powerful, eaten straight by itself, that awesome nutty roasted flavor is dimmed down a little bit with the addition of the cracker. The cracker was super fresh and crunchy. Let's take a look at our strawberry jam. Seems like they could have included a couple different flavors of jam instead of 2 strawberries. But to be honest, of the jams you run into in MRE products, strawberry is probably the best anyway. Looks fairly dark, extremely thick, and there are just the tiniest flakes of strawberry bits in there down the hatch. That's really nice. The strawberry jam is super sweet, just a little bit tart. I'll try it just by itself. It's so thick it has an almost gelled consistency, which I really enjoy. There is the slightest chemical taste in the background though. I've never really experienced that with MRE jams and jellies before, so that's a new one on me. I've loaded this cracker up with a bit of jam, and we're gonna top that off with some of our sunflower butter and try those together. Now that is pretty dang outstanding. I can't taste that chemical flavor of the jam. The sweetness complements the sunflower butter very well. That sunflower butter is not nearly as sweet as MRE peanut butter is. It's more along the lines of a savory, salty treat, and so that sweet and salty go together very well. I'm gonna go in for another one of those because I'm pretty darn hungry. Yeah, that really is very tasty. Can't be mad about that at all. And even after killing off a full pack of jam, there is still a lot of this sunflower butter left for the other cracker. Now let's check out our 6-ounce package of banana apple smoothie. We have a little tear notch on the side, so let's tear that open. It's a pretty tough retort pouch. Whoa, that is some thick stuff. Look at that. It's almost pasty. I guess we'll squeeze it out onto the tray here. That 6 ounces is looking like a pretty generous portion of this stuff. The aroma coming off of this is very similar to baby food, specifically banana baby food. There's not really much to look at with this. It's just an extremely thick, appears to be creamy, sort of brown mixture. It looks quite similar to baby food. It's really weighing down the spoon. This stuff is super dense. And let's go in for a big heaping taste of that. The predominant flavor in this is banana. I'm not picking up on much apple at all. It is thick and creamy, but it also has this underlying, not really grittiness, but sort of mealiness. It's both tart and sweet. It looks like baby food, it smells like baby food, and it tastes like baby food. And I'm not mad about that because that taste is pretty decent in my opinion. They don't provide any way to heat the entrees included in an HDR. And I suppose that's because they assume that regardless of where you are in the world, you at the very least would have access to boiling water. These are thoroughly heated. Firstly, we'll take a look at the bean salad. And that just looks like straight beans to me. The smell is surprisingly decent. Oh yeah, just plop one out of there. Thick and saucy. In this, it looks like we have kidney beans. Those are the larger, more red ones. We have pinto beans. Those are the smaller, lighter color ones. And navy beans. Aside from beans, we do have some chunks of carrot. And that's in a thick sauce. The smell coming off this is reminiscent of chili powder. There's also some onion in that as well. Get a big spoonful and give that a try, hopefully without burning myself. Well, it's hard to be more bean forward than that. The kidney beans specifically have that very starchy, almost undercooked kind of bean thing going on. I boiled this for like 10 minutes. At that point, it probably should have continued the cooking process a little bit, but these beans do still seem sort of underdone. The sauce is very sweet, and it's pretty tangy too. I was glancing at the ingredients just now, and it does contain white vinegar, so I guess that explains the tanginess. The carrots are completely overshadowed by the beans, but even though I was extremely hungry, I'm already feeling pretty satiated after just a few bites of this. This is a very dense, filling portion of food, and it's certainly flavorful enough. This is not terribly bland, like some HDRs I've had. Is it the most exciting main? Certainly not. There's not really that much to it. But it's tasty enough and filling, and that's really what it's designed to be. Now let's see what the beans and potatoes is all about. That looks like almost the same thing, but with little potato chunks as opposed to carrots. Really thick sauce with this one as well. The smell is different. It doesn't seem as heavily spiced. Gloopy, thick tomato-based sauce on this one with little cubes of potato. Side by side, they look like almost the same dish. Let's see if this one tastes any different. Yeah, different, but not better. This one is a good deal more bland than the first one was. There's none of that sharp vinegar tanginess to this one. The beans, again, seem a little bit underdone. They're very starchy on the inside. And other than just bean flavor, this one is borderline tasteless, very bland in my opinion. I think it needs both the pepper and the salt, and it would certainly benefit from some hot sauce or pepper flakes. That was a very sad portion of black pepper for an entree this size. Hit it with a little of this King's brand salt as well. Maybe that'll elevate things. We'll try to liven it up with that salt and pepper, but I'm not really holding out hope for this one. Can't taste the pepper really. It just wasn't enough for a portion this big. The salt did liven things up a slight bit, so it's a bit more palatable, but certainly not pleasurable. If I was gonna give a letter grade to these entrees, the HDR at best would get like a D or D minus. It's not an F because it is tasty enough to eat and keep you full, but you're not really going to enjoy your meal with these two entrees specifically. And that's really bad for these specific AmeriQual cases because it appears all the entrees in those cases are exactly the same. So not only are you not having the best tasting food, you're also eating the same thing over and over and over again. So I would expect menu fatigue to set in very rapidly with this one. Last item in the ration to check out is our oatmeal cookie. Snap that open. It is extremely dry and crumbly. It has a nice cinnamon aroma to it though. Go in for a bite. It's actually not quite as crisp as I was expecting. The flavors are on point though. It's very, very sweet. A little bit of background cinnamon to it, and you can taste the distinct flavor of those oats. Let's try the oatmeal cookie with a little bit of our banana and apple smoothie. The banana and apple smoothie completely overshadowed the taste of the oatmeal cookie. I'd say those mixed together decently well, but nothing groundbreaking. Last thing to try, you gotta put some sunflower butter on the oatmeal cookie. Let's see how that is. Yep, that's the one right there. Aside from instantly causing me extreme thirst, that was really, really tasty. The sweetness of the cookie does complement that saltiness. Of course, cinnamon and nutty flavors go together very well. So it's almost like it's made to be that way. At this point in my ration reviewing career, I've had several Humanitarian Daily Rations, and even though this one is by far the newest, it is also by far the most disappointing. All the side items are great. No complaints from me whatsoever on those. But these entrees are a big letdown, and I certainly think AmeriQual can do better. Maybe the Warneck and Sapacco offerings are an improvement, but that'll be a topic for a future video. For now, that was the review. Humanitarian Daily Ration, menu number 1 from 2021, packed by AmeriQual. Probably my least favorite ration I've had in recent memory, and I'm pretty disappointed that I have 9 more of what is essentially the exact same ration to get through. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up. That helps it out with the Google algorithm and getting it distributed to other viewers. Subscribe to the channel to catch all my future ration reviews, and let me know what you thought about this review down in the comments, what are your opinions on this ration and Humanitarian Daily Rations in general. Thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video. See you then. Peace.